What's going on, fitness fam? Welcome to the Body Sculpting Blueprint, the lifestyle and habit harmony pillar. Let's get into it. All right, 7 daily targets that you need to focus on. All right, this is what you need to focus on in order to have success. No half-assing this shit. All right. Number one is hitting your calorie goal. Again, you have that 100 calorie window, plus or negative your calorie goal. If you stay within that window, you will be safe. All right. Hitting your protein goal. You have, again, that 10 gram protein window that you need to be within. Hitting your fruit and veggie goal. This is important for longevity and overall health. Hitting your water goal. Again, this is going to contribute to your energy and limit your bloating. Hitting your workouts, hitting 10,000 steps a day. This is actually super, super, super important, and we need to make sure we're doing this. This is going to help keep the fat off when we are increasing muscle size, and this is also going to help drop the fat off when that is our main goal. And then last but not least, this is super underrated, is getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. We don't change in the gym, okay? We change when we are resting and when we are recovering, and so sleep is extremely important, and I'll help you with some strategies to get sleep in a further slide. All right, hitting 10K steps a day. You're going to need to make sure that you have an activity tracker to make sure that you're tracking and knowing how many steps you're hitting in a day to start with. You can use Fitbit, Apple Watch, Galaxy Watch, etc. You don't need anything crazy, and you can actually find one of these cheap on Amazon. I've only ever used my Galaxy Watch, so I don't know one that I could recommend for you. But like I said, if you just search on Amazon, I'm sure you can find one. You just need to be able to track your steps with a device that can actually be on you at all times. The phones don't work properly. And then, yeah, you're just going to walk each day until you hit 10,000 steps for the day. This is going to be where a large chunk of your calories for the day comes from. Okay. So, like, if you want to keep the fat off, if you want to drop the fat that you already currently have, this is going to be amazing and extremely helpful. Do not fucking miss your 10K steps. Strategies. All right. We got the 60-minute walk method. Super simple. You go on a 60-minute walk, and this works best in the morning time. And it's going to knock out around 6,000 calories, right? So you go for an hour walk and 6,000 calories are already down. This makes it really easy. Then you just have to hit the rest for the rest of your day. The other method is doing a split version of that. So you do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening after work. And you should be at 10K steps by then. If you're moving around at work throughout the day, then you're likely going to be at 10K or over. And then the treadmill method, this is my favorite. Basically, after your workouts, or just go to the gym or at home if you have a walking pad, you just set the treadmill to 2.5 and walk until you hit 10K. Super simple. Strategies. Some other everyday tips. Take the stairs, not the elevator. Park as far as possible in the back of the parking lot. Kennedy hates it when I do that, but I do that shit because it actually helps get your steps in. Walk around, pace around in the gym, in between your sets, sorry. Walk around when you're on the phone. I do that all the time by accident. I just talk when I'm on the phone. I'm fucking walking around. I'm wandering. If it's reasonable to walk somewhere, walk. Don't bring your water to the gym, so you have to go to the water fountain in between sets. That's a little trick. I like to bring my water because I do get my steps in a day when I go to the gym. I like to make sure I have my water with me, but that's a super easy method to make sure you're getting extra steps in. And another one is walking in place. So you can literally just stand in one spot and, every 30 minutes, just walk in place. You're moving. You're doing the same movements as getting steps, and you're going to burn the same amount of calories. Sleep. Your sleep goal is 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. This means you need to have a set bedtime and a wake up time that allows for this. Tips for better sleep. Turn off all screens, that's your phone, laptop, TV, etc., 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Or alternatively, you can wear those blue light glasses that can help. Take a shower before bed and make sure you have fresh sheets, comfortable, you're relaxed. This is going to help you fall asleep and get a deeper sleep. Journal before bed to get your thoughts out. If you go to bed with a mind full, it's going to be really hard to fall asleep. And then once you do, you may toss and turn all night or have shitty dreams. So if you journal before you go to bed, that can help. And you can YouTube search sleep meditation or black screen rain sounds and play those while you sleep. For myself, I like to listen to some sort of background noise. At times I would just listen to affirmations like I am positive affirmations to help me sleep and also train my unconscious, subconscious mind. And then there's other like just background noises that are super helpful to get you to sleep and then actually keep you in a deeper sleep. Additional habits and final logistics. You need to weigh yourself every morning, okay? And you're going to do this. You're going to wake up, you're going to take a piss, go to the bathroom, and then you're going to weigh yourself naked, okay? And that's going to be the weight that you're tracking every single day in the app that I'm going to tell you about. So if you're on an iPhone, the Android version is Weight Fit. This is the one that I use. And if you're on an iPhone, it's called Happy Scale. I haven't used Happy Scale myself personally. Other clients and other people have, and so I'm not familiar with that one. But I have explanation of Weight Fit moving forward. Um, yeah, and I'll also show you the daily and weekly check-in process in the program and how you'll be able to track your daily habits in Trainerize. Why use a weight tracking app? Why not just add the weight to our app already? So your daily weight does not matter. It's always going to fluctuate no matter how perfect you are to do meal timing, sodium intake, due to meal timing, sodium intake, muscle inflammation from weightlifting, stress, hormones, etc. Your moving average weight for the week is much more accurate and a much more better reflection of your weight. And the app actually calculates this for you so you don't have to fucking worry about it. However, if you do not weigh yourself daily and in the morning, you just weigh on random days, your numbers are going to be off and it's really not going to matter and it's not going to be helpful for you looking at your progress and it's not going to be helpful for me as your coach trying to get statistics. Holy fuck. Statistics so that I can better help you and better change and adapt your program moving forward. How to weigh yourself. Wake up, like I said, go to the bathroom and use the bathroom, and then step on the scale completely nude. This is when you weigh yourself, and you track that weight, and you do it every single day. Don't consume any food or water beforehand, as this will throw off your numbers. And same thing with wearing clothes. And again, it's like when you do this, so once a week, you're going to have to do your progress photos and measurements. Do those at the same time. So do your weight, and then once a week when you're doing those, that you do them at the same time in the morning before you've eaten or drank anything, okay? Or else it's going to throw the progress tracking off. Weight tracking app, like I said, it's called Weight Fit. This is what it looks like. It's just a little scale there. You just download it and follow the instructions. So in the app, once you have it, you'll have your current weight as blue. So every time you track it, it'll put a new dot where you've added your weight. The red line will be the goal you were trying to reach. The green line will be the average. So if you look here, my weight has adjusted and my average would be here where the green line is. When you want to add a weight, you just press the plus sign. Super helpful, super easy, and it tells you the change and what's remaining. Then if you click statistics, fucking word. Oh my God. It'll bring up this page here for you, and this will just give you a whole bunch more extra information. The change in the last 7 days. So I went up 1 pound. So this will be what's asked for in the weekly check-in. So this is where you'll get your number from. You're gonna get daily check-ins from me. I'm just gonna message you directly every single day just to check in, see how you're doing. Making sure you're following all your targets from the previous day, calories, proteins, fruits and veggies, water, workout, steps, sleep, etc. Whoops. And then daily check-in. Still, this message will often look like, yo, saw you hit your goals, saw you didn't hit your goals, what happened with the goals you missed? You're not in trouble. Listen, when I'm messaging you and I'm reaching out, it is my job as your coach to look at what's working and look at what isn't, reach out, connect with you, figure out how we can improve. That's it. Okay. It's not about, oh, you suck and I'm mad at you, blah, blah. No, it's about, hey, what are we doing? How can we improve? Right? It's my job to help you through the process of fixing it for the future. And sometimes, like, there's nothing to fix. It was just a strange circumstance or an accident. But if there is something to fix, why wouldn't we want to look at it and fix it, right? So don't be ashamed. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like I'm going to fucking freak out at you. I'm here to serve you, here to help you. But I can only do that when you are honest with me. So you need to allow me to help you. The number one rule of daily check-ins, do not ghost me. Okay? Nowadays, people just avoid things that they don't like. They avoid things they're afraid of and they avoid things that are uncomfortable. That's not what we do here. Okay? When we have something that we need to face, we face it. Here's the thing. We're going to face it together. I'm here for you. But again, you need to let me. Don't ghost me. Don't think I'm going to freak out at you. Don't think I'm going to be mad at you. Don't think I'm going to criticize you. I'm here to support you and show you love so that you can help support and love yourself, right? But I can only do that if you show up and allow me to do so. All right, live demo. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so this is what it's going to look like now, the way that I have it set up in your trainer eyes. So you're going to obviously have your workout day here, yada, yada. You'll have track body stats. So this is where you add your weight. You don't need to do all the measurements and everything else that is in here every single day. Just do the measurements once a week on Fridays. I'll show you that in a minute. Fridays will look a little bit different. Make sure you're getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That's going to be in here, and you check it off if you did that the night before. Meal plan for tomorrow. So this is going to be checked off in the evening time once you've done your planning for tomorrow. And then weighing yourself in the morning. Again, this is going to be here, and you check it off once it's done. These two things that say scheduled here, this is on my end, so you're not going to see these. These are just pre-scheduled messages that I have set up. Excuse me, so the weigh-in one is going to message you directly in the morning to remind you to make sure you don't forget your weigh-ins. And one in the evening time, I think I set it for 6 p.m., just to make sure that you're remembering to do your preparation for tomorrow so you have it all logged and ready to go. Most of the time, these things aren't people, avoiding them because they don't want to do them. It's just they forget. And so I put these in here to help remind you so that that doesn't happen. Then, if we go back, boom. So on Friday, it's going to look a little bit different. Okay. So you're going to have take your progress photos. So again, there's going to be, you just click on it and it will open up and allow you to take your progress photos and just do it as it says. So when you take your progress photos, it's very helpful if you do it in the same spot. I already told you earlier, you need to make sure you're doing it first thing in the morning after you do your weigh-in, before you've eaten or drank anything. But it helps if you do it in the same spot, and it also helps if you use the same clothes. So it will show you and run you through like the positions to use and how to do that. But if you use the same clothes, it is very helpful, and also in like the same area of your house. It just helps track progress better. And then again, I'm going to have this reminder here, so it'll actually send you a message once a week on Fridays to make sure that you're hitting your progress photos. And that's it, guys. Listen, you've spent some time committing to going through this process, going through these trainings, and I just want to say that I thank you for that. And also, like, you should be proud because a lot of people, when they first come in, they're super intimidated, super nervous, super scared, and they don't know what to think. And then there's the other side of it where people are like, they just want to jump in and get into it and start moving forward and start doing stuff right now. And it's like, you need to take the time to actually invest in gaining the knowledge and gaining the skill set that's going to help you long term. Like I said, I'm not in the business of getting people quick results that don't last, right? I want to change lives forever. I want to help you change your life forever. And the way that we're going to do that is by helping you develop lifelong habits and strategies that actually work, right? And so that's going to take a little bit of effort. That's going to take a bit of time. And you might have to come back to these videos, and that's okay. You might have to ask me 1,000 questions 1,000 times, and that's okay. You've taken your time, you've taken your money, and you've invested in yourself in this program, and I want you to get the most out of it possible. So feel free to always reach out. Feel free to always ask questions. Do not hesitate. That is what I'm here for. You guys, like, this is my passion. This is my dream. I live for this. I'm here for you. Okay. That is what I do. That is what I'm here for. Please reach out if you need to, and don't feel silly if you need to. Okay, let's get back to the end of the training. All right. Now, if you've made it to the end of this, send me a message with the word ape to show me that you made it through this training. Again, you guys, I just want to say I'm super proud of you and grateful to have you on this crew. Grateful to be on this journey with you. And I can't wait to keep moving forward. Again, reach out, ask questions. If you're feeling insecure, let me know. If you're feeling excited, let me know. Stay connected. And again, we're in this together, and I can't wait to get you in the best shape of your fucking life. Peace out.